I want to talk a little bit, Shelley, about some of the spaces that we saw, right? Sarabi, just incredible. I was singing Hakuna Matata as I was, watching that go by, right? Hakuna Matata, really exciting. And then just the Grand Hall. So let's talk a little bit about the spaces that they saw from your perspective. And then panelists, please jump in and share.
No, absolutely. I mean, the Grand Hall is absolutely spectacular and draws from those real-world inspirations from Asia and Africa. And of course, the fantastic land of Agrabah from obviously our Walt Disney animation film, Aladdin. It features more of a prominent gathering space, and it transforms into a beautiful theatre with magical special effects and an atrium stage. And of course, our entertainment partners will unlock some captivating new entertainment, character encounters, and of course musical performances here. And then if we move over to Sarabi, Sarabi is a two-story unique space that is like an entertainment hub where you have families and adults can all come together and they can laugh and sing and compete in some of those fantastic activities that our guests know and love. And I know that Rachel probably has some of those activities that she'll be able to share with you now.
Absolutely. So during the day, it will be a family gathering area. We will have some cruise classics that our guests absolutely love. We'll have some original Disney game shows as well. And then maybe a silent disco for any of those who've enjoyed that. That's always a great thing to do as well. And then in the evening, it transitions into the adult exclusive entertainment area where we'll have, again, some great game shows like Matchmade, and also our variety acts will do adult exclusive shows in there as well. So it really is a venue that covers all age groups, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. And it's stunning, of course, absolutely stunning.
Well, I want to just point out one of the things that got me super excited in that first part of Unlocking the Treasure, and that's Jumbo's Suites, right? I mean, it looks just fantastic, the world of Zootopia. Let's talk a little bit about that, and then we can't forget Aquamouse. I mean, I'm ready to jump on and take a ride, quite an adventure. So Pam or Daniel, anything you'd like to share, anyone about those exciting spaces? They're really unique, both of those.
Well, I can speak to Jumbo Suites. It's reminiscent of Jumbo's Cafe from Disney's Zootopia movie. And as you saw in the little clip there, you'll find Nick and Julie enjoying some homemade sweet treats, homemade gelato and ice creams, and really a very immersive, fun space for the whole family to enjoy while you're up hot and sweaty on the deck. So.
Sure, and a fan favorite, Aquamouse, that we premiered on the Disney Wish, doing the first water attraction at sea with special effects and media, and we introduced a third show of The Curse of the Golden Egg, where you'll find Mickey and Minnie with their traditional animated shorts, having all kind of zany adventures as you enjoy that attraction.
So I want to make sure that we give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have. We've shared just a little bit. Any questions from anyone? Richard. Okay, so Richard.
I wanted to ask about the Aquamouse. This being the second go-around, what challenges did you find when on the original one on Wish? And did that lead to improvements? And what might those be for this go-around?
Actually, the Disney Wish, it is a fan favorite, is really loved, and we just introduced a third show to bring that attraction to life again, and it's the adventures with it. The still same special effects and media, but with the adventures of the Curse of the Golden Egg.
So will the Golden Egg be exclusive to this ship only, or the Disney Treasure, or will it also be on the Wish?
It'll also be on the Wish.
Oh.
Same one. I was just going to see, are we going to have all three on both? Sounds like yes. Is Sarabi going to be the Luna type experience?
Okay. That's exactly right, yes. Yep.
It was inspired by the Lion King and it's a beautiful space where we were bringing in that natural and excitement from the Lion King adventure, and I think it's going to be a well-received area.
Is the deck fork promenade going to be continuous, or like the Wish, is it going to be just a horseshoe sort of shape?
Pam. No, this is the Disney Treasure is a sister ship to the Wish, and the plans are the same. We're just bringing new adventures and new spaces to the Disney Treasure.
Lots of really good questions. Okay. All right, one more.
Just to clarify on the water slide, will there just be Golden Egg on the Treasure, or will the other two shows be brought over here?
They will also be on board as well.
So how will those rotate daily, or?
Pam, can you talk a little bit about the rotation, or just be
I
surprised?
would turn it over to Rachel's team.
Okay.
It'll be the same kind of rotation that we have on the Disney Wish as well. It'll be exactly the same. That will rotate through the shows.
So yes, we'll get to experience both. Exciting.
Are there going to be any special moments in the Grand Hall area around the chandelier, kind of like on this ship? And what will they be like?
We'll be bringing the Grand Hall chandelier to life, very similar as we did the Disney Wish, with lighting and media and fiber optics. There'll be a nighttime and an evening special shows that will perform just like we do on the Disney Wish, but into more of adventure.
And there'll also be live entertainment in there as well. So we love to bring it to life in one way, and then we bring it to life for all the guests to enjoy as well through live entertainment.
Rachel, I just wonder if you can share with this group, because it may also be a question that they're having. Can you just talk about where the treasure is going to be going? I wonder if you can just touch on that really quickly.
I certainly can.
Yeah.
So the Disney Treasure will be on 7-night voyages, Eastern and Western Caribbean. So the great thing about that is our guests will now have 7 days to really explore and immerse themselves in all the great adventures that we have planned. And the maiden voyage will be December 2024. And I know you'll want to put this one down, September 20th, 2023. That's when we open for bookings.
Just talk about how special the entertainment's going to be in these spaces on the Treasure.
Yes, indeed. So we are really, really proud of our Broadway-style shows here at Disney Cruise Line. So for the Disney Treasure, we are bringing 2 of our favorite guest shows over. And the first one, as you saw, Beauty and the Beast. And let's be honest, nobody has more adventures than Belle. So it's absolutely perfect for the Disney Treasure. And also, we'll be bringing Seize the Adventure, and we'll be taking our guests on a musical journey through the stories of Disney and Pixar. So we are really excited. We do have one more brand new show that we are bringing to Disney Treasure, and we'll have to tell you a little bit more about that later on. But who doesn't love a surprise, right? I mean, but our shows are they're wonderful. Obviously, our guests love them, and we're excited to bring them to the Treasure.
We are bringing some of the great Disney park attractions to life on board the Treasure, and that's really special. So Pam, I wonder if you could just chat about that a little bit.
Yes, for the first time ever, we are bringing our stories and characters from our theme parks around the world onto the Disney Wish. These spaces will immerse our guests in their favorite Disney adventures. And as Arthur go into the Periscope Pub, this is our undersea magic of 20,000 leagues under the sea. And this will embody everything of the mysteries that live underneath the water surface. And we actually take our guests out of the real world and put them in a Jules Verne vessel, the Nautilus. And that is all supported by our seafaring artifacts and nautical finishes. It's going to be quite the adventure in that space. And then the adventure actually doesn't stop. We are introducing our guests into the Jungle Cruise. This space is going to be an intimate gathering space, and this is where you will find your higher end skippers that might enjoy the end of their day relaxing to music, maybe some comical banter, and wonderful beverages.
And can I just nominate Daniel? He knows some really bad jokes, so we might be able to.
Mine are dad jokes.
And Daniel, I saw some really, really cool. Did I smell awful?
I've done.
Okay.
We actually have our creative culinary team developing all of our details around the menus and the beverages. But needless to say, as you've seen on the Wish, a lot of excitement to come in those areas.
Absolutely. I know. I'm excited. So we want to give you an opportunity to ask some questions about what you saw in this part of the adventure. So we'll go to you. Questions?
So I'm assuming that the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Lounge is going to be the location of where, just popped out of my head. Upstairs.
Compass.
Compass. And the bayou is going to be replaced with the Jungle Cruise. I understand that this is concept art, but it looked like the space was a little bit more enclosed than the bayou is. Is it similar in that it's open outside?
It's a similar design,
Oh.
similar open space. Yeah, open space to the in front of the luxury retail spaces. It's more intimate, a little bit more intimate that we did with the ceiling and the canvas that's the ceiling, so it just feels a little more intimate.
Can someone talk a little more about the theater and how it might be different from the other theaters you have as far as the venue itself?
I'm not able to share too much of that today, but I can tell you it is absolutely beautiful, and as are all our Walt Disney theatres, but it is going to be gorgeous.
In the Nautilus themed bar, were the portholes, are those going to be virtual where you might see things swimming by, or are they going to look out to the ocean like they do on Keg and Compass?
It's the same, they look out to the ocean.
Okay.
With the heritage intellectual property, I mean, this is sort of like a real first deep dive, so to speak, for the cruise line. What was the idea on mining that for the ship as opposed to previous efforts? It seems like you're targeting possibly someone more my age.
Well, really, really it's the inspiration of adventure, and as we look at what intellectual properties we have, and we say we're unlocking a huge treasure chest of Disney stories, and we do lots and lots of research, and it just embodies everything there is about treasure and adventure and exploration and our guest journey.
With those two bars' themes, a lot of people are going to immediately jump to Trader Sam's. In terms of the drink options, is it going to be as extensive as the bars back on land, or is it going to be just more like a standard Disney Cruise Line bar?
I'll let our food beverage.
No, I think, as with all our bars in themed spaces, it will be very themed to that unique location.
We're having a mic challenge today. Try that. Try that, Dan.
We work really closely with our food and beverage to bring those stories not only within the space, but also through the offerings through the food and the beverages.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Back to the portholes at the Nautilus themed. Are there any virtual portholes where the squid might come by or something, or is it only a live actual portholes? Is there any?
Leave some surprise and delights
Okay.
for our guests. Can't tell you all the good stuff.
I know in Keg and Compass, the main design feature, my favorite is the ceiling in there. I think it's so beautiful, and I noticed in that rendering that the ceiling did look like a moving water ceiling of the submarine, which might be part of the surprise as you mentioned. But I just wanted to ask if there's anything you can share about that.
We're taking you out of the real world and putting you into the Nautilus. So you have to have a ceiling that looks like there is some kind of water movement.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we're actually going to be 20,000 leagues under the sea. I've always wanted to go. Always. And Richard, it targets me as well if it makes you feel better.
I want to talk a little bit about Worlds of Marvel, Spider-Man 2. Tell us what we can expect in the Worlds of Marvel. I know there are some secrets that Nick Fury has embargoed as well, but tell us what you can tell us today.
So for the Disney Treasure, we are bringing back our guest favourite, rotational dining. So we will have 1923, which will be on the Disney Treasure too. Obviously a throwback to the golden age of animation, Californian heritage. We will have World of Marvel. And as Rachel alluded to earlier, we are having 7 nights. So of course there will be 2 unique shows for Worlds of Marvel on the Disney Treasure. The first will be very similar to the Disney Wish with a couple of little tweaks. And the second show, I'm afraid we'll have to share it another time, but really, truly exciting.
Yeah, and our guests, they love our rotational dining because they get to experience so many things.
No, exactly. We were actually the first cruise line, and really, truly the only cruise line to successfully, introduce rotational dining, where you move every single night to a different venue, and your service team follows you. So you get to really make those emotional connections with your crew and your guests, and it follows you. You get to know the likes, the dislikes, and truly everybody enjoys the cruise together. Share those adventures. By the end of the cruise, nobody wants to leave. So it's very successful, and we're going to continue that.
I never want to leave. We're going to jump to questions in just a moment, but I have to tell you, when you see these restful accommodations, there's so many and they're so beautiful. Looking at everyone's faces, right? The team has done such a good job. So, Shelley, I know there'll probably be questions about that, but just tell us a little bit about how special and all of the touches in some of the staterooms.
Yeah, special.
I think we're announcing it.
Yes. So, like all of our Disney Cruise Line ships, the Disney Treasure staterooms were designed with families in mind and always have ample room. The inspiration obviously came from adventure, and as Pam said, Walt Disney's love of exploration. And we have a lot of nostalgic character and encounters in there through all the custom artwork, and so you'll see fan favorites like Lion King and Pocahontas, Aladdin, Luca, and then our elevated concierge experience as the theme of the Lion King. And as you can see, we have obviously the 4 royal suites, and then of course we have our Tomorrow Tower suite, nearly 2,000 square feet, and all built inside the forward funnel and overlooking those upper decks. And as it mentioned in the journey that we've been watching, a futuristic kind of theme going on in that particular suite, and inspired obviously by Epcot.
Just fantastic. They are just gorgeous. So probably lots of questions about what you've just seen, so we'll go back to you.
So is the new Marvel, the Worlds of Marvel, the second show that will be exclusive to the Treasure because of the 7-night format?
That's correct, yes.
Will the Epcot suite have any nods to old Epcot attractions, or is it more just a design?
It's inspired by Epcot and the what embodies the Epcot through artwork and the finishes.
The chandelier is spectacular.
Yeah, everything will be inspired by what we remember.
Go ahead, Summer.
Okay. Are there any notable changes to 1923 that you're able to share?
1923 will be very similar to the Disney Wish. A lot of the artwork inside is inspired by the theme of adventure. So it will be featuring different movies and different artifacts. So that architectural decor piece will be very different. But in terms of the style of the restaurant and the style of the food will be very similar.
This new restaurant really takes our guests on a culinary adventure. And we're taking them to the imaginary town square of Santa Cecilia, from a Disney Pixar film, Coco. And this is the world's first theatrical dining experience that is based on Coco. So that's something really wonderful to look forward to. And again, because it's a 7-night cruise, we'll have 2 different shows for our guests to share on the Disney Treasure.
So obviously we introduced rotation dining back in 1998, and it's one of those things we continually evaluate as we bring out new ships and we go to new markets. We have a team that does a lot of research on what our guests are looking for and different options. So currently, our guests are telling us that rotation dining is one of the most popular ways for our guests to enjoy their dining experience together as a family. But I think what's important as well is to combine that with phenomenal options for adults only. So, for example, on Disney Treasure, we will have Paolo's Steakhouse and Enchanté by Arnaud Lalamer, where you know, the kids can be fully taken care of happily in the kids club, and you know, adults can go and relax and enjoy those spaces. But also we need to have more casual, easy to find offerings as well, like up by the decks with Mickey's Festival of Foods. You know, we will have the cantina, or our barbecue stay, you know, Mickey's barbecue option, and 24-hour room service. So I think rotation dining, it truly is proving to be that multi-family generational option that our guests are looking for, as long as we combine it with other options.
For the Oceaneers Club, they count just 4 spaces, and is the Star Wars feature on the ship the only Star Wars feature on Treasure, or is that also TBD?
Sure. You know, fan favorite is Oceaneers Club, and it will remain the same spaces that as our guests love and children love on Disney Wish. So it's the Walt Disney Imagineering Lab, it's the Captain's Deck, it's a Small World Nursery, Star Wars Cargo Bay, Marvel Superhero Academy. Did I miss one? So the same favorite.
Imagineering.
In the Walt Disney Imagineering with the ride simulator. So it's the same. We're bringing again the same stories by our caring and imaginative programs by our counselors, and bringing in our stories with our Disney characters.
And as far as Star Wars across the ship, anything beyond Cargo Bay?
Star Wars Cargo Bay.
So can you tell us what would be replacing Hyperspace Lounge then?
I'll let you take that one.
Well, you know, it wouldn't be the right media event if we didn't leave some surprises for later, along with Rachel's surprise in the theater. There will be more to come on the other opportunities that we have on this.
But it'll be something other than Hyperspace Lounge.
Got it right from WDI. Okay, last question.
Can you talk about the 2 shows that are going to be in the Coco Dining?
Yeah.
I cannot say specifics on the shows, but as you can see, we're featuring wonderful mariachi performances, and also we'll have some of the characters in there as well. So more to come.
Will the characters walk around like they do in Frozen?
Yes. Yes, they will. Yep.
And just sorry, what was the official name of the restaurant?
Plaza de Coco.
Plaza de Coco. Okay.
Well, I think that I am seeing that, believe it or not, that time went really fast, and I think we're at the end of our Q&A session.